In this video, I'm going to tell you all about me playing baseball and what ended it all. As a kid, I played baseball with all the other kids in the neighborhood, like in the street and at school or wherever, just for fun. So I finally got signed up for the community baseball league. So when I wasn't at any games or practice, you could find me like at home practicing. I quickly ended up hitting all of my balls like really far away, and I totally lost like all of them. So I had to like find new ways to practice. So I'd start off by like just taking rocks and smashing them with my bat, and I got some pretty good practice that way. But the rocks completely destroyed my wooden bat. So I'd have to change things up. Like a caveman, I would just use sticks and be hitting the rocks. So I would just take a rock and toss it straight up in front of me, and then I would just smash the rock into the far off distance. Then I would mix it up by tossing up apples and hitting them with a stick, or tossing up like a can or something like that and hitting it with a stick. So I would get all kinds of practice hitting all kinds of different things. And let me tell you that hitting a little rock like gravel with a stick is a lot harder than hitting a baseball with a baseball bat, because the baseball is so much bigger and the baseball bat's so much bigger. So you get a stick and a rock and they can be like so small. So I was getting some really good practice hitting rocks with the sticks. I first started playing baseball in grade 4. So after hitting some of the best hits anyone has ever seen on my team, I thought it was pretty good. So really, it's not that hard to be the best at that age. All you need is a little bit of practice with the bat and not falling asleep in the outfield, and you basically can be the best. But seriously, you'd have a couple of kids in the outfield that were getting so bored, just start talking to each other and not paying any attention at all. So when it came time to do some batting, for some reason one of the adults was doing all of the pitching, and they would always be throwing underhand, and they would have a big arch on the ball. Like they would be throwing it up nice and high, and it wouldn't be going very fast. It would be a slow pitch. Let me tell you that it doesn't matter how slow of a pitch, some of the kids would end up making the game so short because they would strike out so fast. And other times it would get a little boring in between batting, and we'd just be sitting on the bench, and so we would start heckling all of the other players. So we would be yelling things like, "Thanks for showing up, now we got someone to beat. Hey pitcher, you got any water? Hey batter, you gonna make some pancakes for us? Hey batter, I seen better swings on a porch. Go back to Little League and get the tee for your ball. Hey batter, your shoes are untied. Hey batter, your socks are a different color. Wow, how did you miss that? You're not very bright. Maybe you should stare at the sun longer. You run slower than molasses. Hey batter, batter, batter. 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 Swing!" So I played baseball for the first year and ended up winning a bunch of games, and at the end I got a trophy, and I thought it was pretty cool. But it turns out that trophy is given to everyone that plays, but I didn't know that at the time, and I had that up in the bedroom all the way until next year when I decided to play again. Alright, so the next year was basically the same, only everyone was better and we didn't have an adult pitching with an underhand throw. There was just a regular kid throwing overhand, and they would throw it as hard as they could. So let me tell you, that made a big difference, because these kids would be throwing the balls all over the place. I guess that's why there's such a big cage behind home plate. So there I am. I get up to bat, and the kid that was pitching threw the ball not quite straight. It threw it a little off to the side, and it went to the side of the batter, which was me. So the ball hit me in a way that put me out of commission. The ball, it hit me in the hands. Oh, and let me tell you, that hurt like so much, like right away. Not so much hands as it was one hand, and more specifically one finger took like almost all the impact. So that messed up my hand pretty good, to the point that I had to wear this blue foam metal splint on my finger for weeks. So that was it. That was the end of me playing baseball, because I missed so much practice and so many games that I totally lost interest in baseball. While I had that splint on my finger, I found an interest in something else. video games. Because you know what you need for video games? Your thumbs. Well, at least for the most part, not all games. So I was kind of limited to some games, so I ended up getting really good at Mario Kart. So if anyone wants to play some Mario Kart sometime, hit me up. Well, that was it. That was the rise and fall of my baseball experience. I hope you all enjoyed. If anyone has some wacky baseball stories, then feel free to share them in the comment section. So if you all enjoyed the video, then make sure you hit like. And if you want to see some more content, then make sure you hit subscribe. It helps the channel out a whole bunch. It's free for you and it helps grow the channel. So until next time, never stop exploring because you don't always know what you're going to find.